Hi, I'm Melissa from New York Drawing School, and I'm here to show you today about how to create a surface which you can then either paint or draw onto. The materials that I'm using today will be water, acrylic gouache, which is different from just regular gouache. This has acrylic paint mixed into it, so it's a little bit stronger than gouache. Not water soluble. Sometimes with gouache, you can, if it dries on your palette, you can go back in and re-wet it and use it. But this, once it dries, you can't do that. And then I have some paper. It's 100% cotton rag paper, and it just happens to be cut down already 6 inches by 6 inches, but you can use any size paper that you'd like. And also, I'm using a chip brush, which you can get from the hardware store, my palette, which is just a scrap of plexiglass, and also this plastic, which is on the ground here, you can get from a hardware store. It's to use, painters that paint walls use it to cover the ground so they don't drip paint onto, but it really works well for this project. And to weight it down, I just have some water bottles I saved, and I put water in it to create a weight. You could use rocks, anything to weight down the plastic so it doesn't pick up and blow away. I'm in the Dominican Republic right now, and it's really beautiful and a little windy, which is perfect weather for this project. So it's summertime right now. It's a great time to do this. So what I'm going to do is just take the water that I have and pour a little bit on the back. And just kind of smear it around. You can cover it completely on the back. Then it's going to create a suction, and the paper's just going to suck right down onto the plastic. Then I'm going to pour a little bit more water and just smear it all around, just so it's coating the top. If you put a lot of water, it's going to kind of create a kind of unstable surface, but that's might be what you want to create more of an atmospheric kind of feel. Something a little out of control is kind of nice and fun to play around with. If you want it really controlled, then just take your brush and just coat some light brushes of just a few drops of water, not too much. Then I'm going to put on my palette, I'm just going to put a little bit, this is some luminous orange acrylic gouache. It's really great stuff. I'm going to put a little bit out onto my palette. Just take a little bit of water, just like a drop, a splash, and then you're just going to make it into runnier paint. Because when it comes out of the tube, it's very thick, and you just need to put a little bit of water just to water it down. And the more water you put, the less color you're going to get onto your paper. So just keep that in mind. Then I'm just going to take my brush and just stroke around on the surface of the paper. And it's kind of fun to play around with what might happen. You could put some dots on there. You could get another color out, like maybe I want to use this blue. It's a metallic blue, just to see what happens when I add another color. So I'm going to just mix it with the orange that I have here. There's some yellow on my palette already, so it's kind of making a darker color. I'm just going to kind of play around with it till I get the surface that I like. And when it dries, you'll have a really beautiful surface which you can draw with. You could use charcoal on top, ink, or even acrylic gouache itself. Thank you so much for joining me for this video, and I hope you have a great time. Bye.